What's up, everyone? Welcome to the January 11th edition of DraftKings Tournament Plays presented by Jock Market. I'm your host, Adam Scherer. You can find me on Twitter at ShipMyMoneyDFS. And as a reminder, use the code Awesemo and receive a 100% deposit bonus up to $50 on your first deposit to Jock Market. Today, we're going to take a look at 5 of the best tournament options on DraftKings. Keep in mind that there is the potential for changes throughout the day to both ownership projections and player projections as we get more news. Be sure to tune into the deeper dive and live before lock on our YouTube channel from 5 p.m. Eastern until 7 p.m. Eastern for more up-to-date information. But for now, we're going to take a look at 5 of the top options here this afternoon. Starting at number 5, Anthony Edwards, $7,900 with shooting guard and small forward eligibility. He's projected for 10% ownership with a 13% chance of being in the optimal lineup. He's averaged 1.16 DraftKings points per minute this year and 35.6 minutes per game in the games that he's played with all of D'Angelo Russell, Karl Anthony Towns, and Patrick Beverley healthy. He is a very high upside player. He's not the most efficient shooter. He's not the most consistent shooter, but he does everything, at least to some extent, in terms of rebounding, scoring, and getting assists. And when he's hot, he can certainly take over a game. He's not projected for much ownership tonight. And on this slate, there's not a ton of really good cheap value, at least not right now. So that makes mid-range players like Anthony Edwards that do have the potential, at least, to get to that next level and give you massive games, very appealing in tournaments. Number 4, Aaron Gordon, $4,900, small forward, power forward eligible. He's projected for 13% ownership with a 15% chance of being in the optimal lineup. He's played 4 games this year without Will Barton and without Michael Porter Jr. with Nikola Jokic active. We haven't really seen any boosts in production for Gordon. He's averaged 0.72 DraftKings points per minute in those games. Modest increase in usage percentage from 18.8% to 19.1%. Rebounding percentage drops off a little bit, but is about the same. Same goes for assist percentage. So there's nothing from the last 4 games in this situation that make Gordon stand out, but you're still only talking about a 4-game sample size. We know from his time in Orlando that Aaron Gordon is capable as a scorer and as a playmaker, and potentially could see more production with Will Barton out. Even if he doesn't, this is a slate where there's not a lot of really good value. He's only $4,900. He's likely to give you low to mid 30s in minutes. And that alone makes him look like a decent option here. And then obviously he has the potential at least to produce at an even better rate. Number 3, Reggie Jackson, $5,800, point guard only, 16% chance of being in the optimal lineup, 14% projected ownership. His playing time has been all over the place recently, but that also has to do with the Clippers being in some weird games where either the game ended up being a blowout or the game was sort of trending toward a blowout and a bench unit played well. We've just seen really inconsistent minutes, but in the games that Reggie Jackson has played this year without Paul George and with Marcus Morris, he's averaged 28.3 minutes per game overall, 0.94 DraftKings points per minute, but he also has a 30.7% usage rate. This tells me that Jackson has the ability to have a very good game at his salary. If he's playing well, it's likely that he gets a few additional minutes, and the opportunities will certainly be there for him. Number 2, DeMar DeRozan, $8,700 power forward, 16% ownership, 19% chance of being in the optimal lineup. He's averaged 1.15 DraftKings points per minute and 35 minutes per game in the games that he's played alongside Lonzo Ball, Zach LaVine, and Nikola Vucevic this year. He has a favorable matchup against the Detroit Pistons. There's certainly blowout potential here, but that's also likely to keep his ownership in check. DeRozan, if this game is competitive and if he does play his full minutes, is likely to have a very good game against a weak Detroit team. And number 1, Nikola Jokic, $12,000, center only. Not really that under-owned. He's projected for 27% ownership, a 28% chance of being in the optimal lineup, but still thought he deserved the mention here because despite being $12,000, he still has the highest chance of any player on the slate of being in the optimal lineup. He's averaged 2.08 DraftKings points per minute in the 4 games that he's played without Will Barton and without Michael Porter Jr. this year. Overall, in 284 minutes played without Barton or Porter on the floor, Jokic has averaged 1.88 DraftKings points per minute. You see even more usage for him. The assist percentage goes up even more without Barton out there. So it's a situation where, yeah, he's expensive and there is opportunity cost at the center position, but he still has the best chance of being in the optimal lineup tonight. He is by far the highest projected player on tonight's slate. So to recap, the top 5 options in tournaments tonight: number 5, Anthony Edwards; number 4, Aaron Gordon; number 3, Reggie Jackson; number 2, DeMar DeRozan; and number 1, Nikola Jokic.